Oh yes, welcome, seriously welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. You know what, I'm so pleased you've come to this channel because there's loads of other channels you could have gone to, but you know what, you're here. I'm going to look after you with an honest review and an opinion of a fragrance. If you would subscribe and thumbs up, you know what, I'd be so grateful and I'd be pleased. So you know what we do on this channel, we don't look at the bottle, the sprayer, the packaging, anything like that. We look at the juice inside. Right, let's talk about Tom Ford, that legendary designer and perfumer. Okay, I'm going to guarantee that if you smell a fragrance and it's a Tom Ford fragrance, I think those in the know would say, you know what, you may not know exactly which one it is, but you're going to go, it's very Tom Fordish. Okay, this guy has a reputation. He puts out a lot of fragrances and they're all very Tom Fordish. They're all unique. They're all kind of slightly wacky, slightly bizarre. They work well, they project well. They're not always love at first sniff, but basically they are always an amazing fragrance. Okay, let's talk about Tom Ford Noir de Noir, if I'm saying that right. Okay, I looked up noir and it means dark or black, so you kind of expect it to be that deep, mysterious kind of fragrance, and it kind of is. Okay, now we're not actually going to spray the Tom Ford one because I tell you, and you're going to cry at this, for 50 ml of the original Tom Ford Noir de Noir you're going to spend about £170. Now for me that is completely bizarre, that's ridiculous. Okay, let's talk about COPYCAT UK. Now you know that I'm a massive fanboy of COPYCAT UK because they copy these expensive fragrances and they put them out at a very reasonable price. Now for 100 ml of a copy of Noir de Noir, it's going to cost you about £48 to £50 with the postage, with the packaging. Okay, you know what COPYCAT UK do, and this is what I approve. They're not too fussed about the packaging and the bottle and that sort of thing. It's all about the juice inside, and they won my heart with Baccarat Copy 540 because that really gets the job done. Okay, so they copy Noir de Noir. They call it on the bottle NOIR2. Okay, how does this work? Right. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've sprayed it a few times, I've sort of had about a week and I've sort of got to know it and how it works. It's about, I'm going to put my hand on my heart and say it's about a 95% copy of Noir de Noir. I genuinely think that if I sprayed this on one arm and the genuine Tom Ford on the other and smelt it, I think I would really, if I didn't know which one was which, I would really struggle to tell you the difference. So the copy is a fantastic copy of Noir de Noir. Let's spray it and let's try and tell you about this crazy fragrance. Okay. Like all copycats, it is strong, it's intense, and I will tell you, you'll pretty much get all day out of a couple of sprays of this. Okay, put it on your neck, on the back of your neck, and you know what, you'll smell it. You'll set a scent bubble up round you, and this stuff, the copycat version, seriously goes on for a mighty long time. There is no doubt about the performance of this, okay? But what about the actual scent? Okay, for me, if I was to break it down into two notes, it's rose and sort of melted chocolate. Okay, typical Tom Ford, kind of bizarre, bit wacky, but that's what it is. Okay, you've got to love rose and you've got to love chocolate because that's pretty much all you're going to get from this fragrance. Keep going back to it because man, it's addictive kind of fragrance this is. Now I think it's unisex, but I will warn you, about 90% of guys when they smell this are just going to turn away and say, you know what, it's way too feminine, because that's the rose. The rose is the first out of the block, and to be honest, the rose pretty much dominates for the life of this scent. But you know what, after about half an hour, the chocolate almost sort of melts properly, bubbles up to the surface. And for me personally, it changes it from a very, very feminine scent to a very, very unisex scent. And you know what, guys? Do it. Go and buy it, wear it, because it is a phenomenal scent. Get over that first hurdle of the rose punching you in the face, because that's what it does. It is a seriously addictive scent. Okay, but I say you've got to be brave. A woman wearing this, no problem at all. It's a very, very female-friendly scent, if you like. You know, most women love that rose, they love the chocolate, and trust me, as a woman, get this because you will seriously not be disappointed. I say performance is strong. It goes on for a mighty long time. Now, there's another one in the Copycat range where they've copied a Tom Ford, which is this one. So you've got Orchid, which is a copy obviously of Tom Ford's Black Orchid. Now I see these as sort of kind of brothers, if you like, or sisters, whichever way you want to look at it. Okay, because they're very, very close. They're very Tom Fordish, obviously. Let me spray this on the other arm and try and tell you what the difference is. Right. Okay. They're very different, but they're kind of similar in a way. Now, I was going to say, what are you talking about, Leggy? Okay. Do you need both? I'm going to say yes. If you like rose fragrances, very sweet fragrances, get both. Black Orchid for me is kind of rose with citrus and vanilla. And then Noir de Noir, or NOIR2 as Copycat call it, is kind of rose with melted chocolate. Okay, they're both phenomenal fragrances, and if you're umming and ahhing and thinking, should I buy both? Yes, because they're similar, but they're different enough to have both in your collection. Once again, the Orchid, the Black Orchid copy from Copycat is a phenomenal scent and it goes on for a mighty long time. But be careful, guys, because at first sniff you're going to turn away from it and say, no, it's too feminine. Right, deal with that first half hour and then it's unisex. Okay, now I'm hoping you appreciate what I'm saying. And I'm hoping you get yourself on Copycat's website, because these things are made in the UK. They say made in England, wherever that is. I think it's a place just off the coast of Europe. They don't produce much, but I tell you, they produce some phenomenal copies of very expensive fragrances. Right, if you would thumbs up for this video, and I'd be honoured if you would subscribe, and very pleased, and I will hopefully see you next time. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay happy, spray fragrance everywhere, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.